so I saw this thing the other day that was talking about how you should be taking 6 to 8 glasses of water every single day. So this is your reminder to drink water. It's really good for you. And apparently, well, the sun is about to explode, so I think taking water would be a good idea. Okay, so anyways, dear therapist friend. Oh, sorry, let me take this. Hello?
Hey, can I rant to you for a bit?
Yeah, definitely. What's up? What's going on?
Okay, so basically, I'm having this problem with my girlfriend, and I have no idea what to do about it.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. What happened?
Bro, I don't want to talk about it. Like, it's so hard. Okay, so basically, I think my girlfriend is cheating on me
She's cheating on you.
with my best friend's gerbil.
Okay. Let me get this straight. You think that your best friend is cheating on you? I mean, your girlfriend is cheating on you with your best friend's
What do you
gerbil.
mean? Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, it's obvious. As in, she spends so much time bragging about how cute this stupid little gerbil is, and how she wishes like he was hers, and how she had a pet. Like her whole gallery and her Pinterest is filled with pets and gerbils and tiny animals and her friends' pets. Like she literally just cannot shut up about this gerbil.
Okay, mate. I just need you to breathe first, because I can literally feel you hyperventilating right now. Have you maybe considered the fact that maybe she just likes gerbils or wants to get a pet or like tiny animals?
So you're defending her right now? Wow, I can't believe you.
Hey, listen to me. I'm not defending anyone right now. I just want to give you my advice. If you want it, at least, I think that she just loves gerbils, or she might want one as a pet, or like she just likes tiny animals in general. So because you guys live together and you are a couple, I think that you should just get her one, a gerbil, I mean, and you guys can take care of it together. She will love you more for it, I promise.
That is literally the most stupid thing that you have ever said in your life. You want me to get her a gerbil? How dumb is that idea? You know what?
Wait.
I should have never called you in the first place. Your ideas are just dumb anyways.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, if you need me, I'm
Bye-bye.
here for you.
Some people just don't know how to help you. Wow. Idiots.
Anyways, as I was saying, dear therapist friend, thank you. I'm sorry, and I understand.
Can you make it catchy
Of course, yeah, I'm gonna try.
and make my voice deeper?
Of course,
And you.
I got you.
Anyway, off topic.
I think the concept of being a therapist friend is something that has been thrown and blown out of proportion so much over the last couple of years, especially in my life, I think. Wouldn't you agree, Jay?
I would agree very, very much so.
I think being a therapist friend is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either.
Depending on the friendship dynamic.
So that's why I was starting off by saying, dear therapist friend, thank you. Thank you for always being the person that we can put our mental baggage upon. Unfortunately, but still, I think our relationship is based on a very different dynamic. We are not therapist friends, but we are really close in general. Like, we don't have to be, you get me? Like, we're us. As in, we've been so close for like 8 years, and we've never been therapist friends to each other in that sense. Like, we have been able to give each other our problems, but we don't just like dump our problems on each other and leave.
On the spot.
Exactly. We coined the term a couple of months ago. I don't even know when we coined this term. But
Few weeks ago.
We did it on our podcast, by the way, Groove Teenager Podcast. Links will be in the description. So we coined this term called the emotional tampon. Jay, would you care to explain to us what the emotional tampon means, please?
Okay, a lot of people know what the tampon is, but for those of you who don't know, an emotional tampon is basically that one person you can go and dump all your emotional crap on, and you get really none of it in return. You just talk about strictly emotions and nothing else. And it's mostly on their end. It's always one-sided.
Exactly. It's always a one-sided relationship where someone just gives you all their problems exactly like a tampon. When you are needed, you are used. And then once you're not needed anymore, you're tossed away to the side. Next time you're needed, they'll come straight back to you.
Like
so that's essentially the basis of being an emotional tampon. And first off, thank you. And I'm sorry for all the therapist friends listening to this, watching this. Thank you for being the emotional tampon. And we are so sorry that you had to be the emotional tampon. And it's unfortunate that that is actually the case with so many friendships. Being an emotional tampon sucks. Please don't allow yourself to be an emotional tampon. It's not good for you. It's not helping you because you'll just be soaking up everyone else's emotional baggage and you will not have any time to cater to your own. So you'll be filled with so many people's drama, so many people's issues, so many people's emotions, but you never have the space and the time and the healing capacity to deal with your own.
And thing is, most tampons actually, they just want someone to talk to and someone to listen to them. They want to talk about anything else besides emotions. So they want to be asked about themselves too. Let's be honest. Everyone loves themselves. Everyone loves talking about themselves.
That's true.
And if it's a two-way thing, it's healthy. But if it's always just one-sided,
then you never get any, exactly. It's a pathetic situation. Anyways, moving on to I am sorry. Dear therapist friend, I am so detrimentally sorry. It's not easy to be a therapist friend. Trust me, speaking from experience.
Oh, yeah.
Are we not? Of course we're speaking from experience. We've come from a place where we have been taking in so many people's emotions, where we have become emotional tampons for people that we thought cared about us in the same way. But it ended up being where the relationship or the friendship was just one-sided completely. And we were catering to this person's comfort and their emotions, but then we were never getting the same type of attention and love back. And we said that, yeah, we're just trying to be there for them.
Yeah, but the real question is, will they be there for you?
Exactly.
Because being a tampon is, when you ask them questions about their lives, they'll mostly close it off.
It's true.
They'll try keep the topic.
And when push comes to shove, they'll never be able to step up and be there for you the way the way that you want them to be there for you.
They just cowered away.
They just never know how to do it. The excuse will be, I don't know what to tell you, or
They
so
won't
on
respond
and so
to
on.
you.
Exactly. Or they'll just not know how to be there for you. The ministry of presence is something that I've been prioritizing in my life, because sometimes there's some things that I understand you can't say because you don't know exactly what to say. But the fact that you can just be there for a person is also very important. But being an emotional tampon is still not a good thing. Like being a therapist. Let me get away from the whole emotional tampon thing and go to being a therapist friend. Being a therapist friend sucks.
Oh, it does.
It has some good things, it has some bad things. I remember talking about this on the podcast before. By the way, again, as I've said, if you've not seen the podcast, links are in the description. So check that out, please. Anyways, being an not being an emotional tampon, being a therapist friend has its ups and downs, because first off, it shows the type of emotional maturity and stability that you have
to take on another person's emotions.
Exactly. But I feel like so many people overestimate that fact.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, therapist friends are often looked as doormats. People who can't really stand up for themselves. They don't really take you seriously. That's why they usually dump all their stuff on you.
Exactly. Or they think that you have everything so well put together, or you look like such a corroborated unit that anyone can give you their problems and you'll give them the best advice, and you won't have to, and it's like, it's not going to burden you in the way that it does. But for so many people watching, listening, being a therapist friend is not an easy thing to do, because everyone thinks that you're okay all the time, even though that might not
be the case.
Exactly. Everyone thinks that since you look so well together, the interior is exactly what's happening the exterior is exactly what's happening on the interior. Because everyone's like, oh, on the outside you look so great, like everything looks fine, but on the inside you might be dying. But no one ever
thinks to ask.
No one ever thinks about that fact. No one ever thinks that far. They always think that just because you look so good on the outside, on the inside might be the same case. But just because you look so well put together does not mean that that's exactly how the situation is on the inside.
You can look perfect on the outside, but on the inside you
broken.
are
just broken
you're
and you're dying. Exactly. So please, therapist friends, I'm very sorry about that fact. And I also understand. I understand. Don't we, Jay?
We understand.
We understand. We understand so well, because I feel like for such a long period of time in our lives, we have been therapist friends to people that we have cared about. And it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's not a great thing either, because we have been thinking that we're just trying to be there for the people that we love and care about, but they can never stand up and do the same.
Exactly.
Not in the capacity that we need them to, at least.
They may be physically there, but emotionally not really.
But they always think that just because you're so well put together, the situation is never the same, because they seem that since you're so well put together, your problems, even though they might be crazy, you look like you can handle it on your own. So I'm just gonna leave it to you to do that. And I hate that fact.
Exactly. Because being honest, and think about being a therapist friend also at the time, most therapist friends, I'm not saying all, have a lot of low self-esteem and low motivation.
Very
so they
true.
think if they help others, maybe others will help them. Most of them just do it for the sake of keeping a friend out of desperation.
Exactly.
And also, what else was I about to say? Yeah, like I said, most therapist friends have a lot of low self-esteem issues. But at the same time, one of the positives of being a therapist friend is it really builds up your
a lot
immaturity.
Of character. Exactly.
It's like your maturity. It builds up your maturity, because in other emotional situations that people see as a big deal, it won't be nothing. It won't be anything to you.
Exactly. But it also comes at a cost for you, because everyone always sees that just because you can handle the situation well, you can handle every single situation well. But there's so many things that are so completely out of your league that you don't even know where to begin with. But since everyone was like, yeah, you're good, you can deal with this, you're going to be fine. Let me just give you all my emotional baggage and you're going to be okay. So
it's not just friendships, it's also their marriages like that.
Relationships like that. And unfortunately, that is the case in so many people's lives. So, dear therapist friend, thank you for always being there. I'm sorry that you always had to feel like you needed to be there. And trust me, I understand. So thank you very much for listening and watching. This is how the podcast normally is. If you guys learned something and you want to go check out the podcast, links will be in the description, as I said.
But to leave you guys with something, if you find yourself in that situation, you have two options. You can either lose your self-respect and keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Or if you notice signs of it always being one-sided, you walk away.
Very true.
And if they ask, if they don't know, again, just walk away. You don't owe them an answer.
Mm-hmm. You're strong, you're fearless, you're courageous, you're brave. We love you so much. Thank you for always being there. I'm sorry for everything that you've had to go through up until this point. I'm here for you. We're here for you. We can be your therapist friends.
Just reach out to him on IG.
Reach out to me.
I'll
links will be in the description. If you want to reach out, you want to talk, I'm always going to be here for you guys. Thank you so much for listening, watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed. It took a lot of time to make. A lot of very interesting brainstorming. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content just like this.
We need to go longer.
This
is a long topic.
This is a very long topic. We could talk about this for a whole podcast episode. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you should watch the podcast because it is very, very good. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please take care.
Let me write it down.
Bye from Jay.
Bye.
Love you guys very much. And I will see you guys in the next one.